Remember that gentle melody from your childhood? That soft, soothing tune meant to guide you into a world of sweet dreams. What if I told you that tune is a lie? That hidden within those innocent rhymes is a secret history of plague. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby. Why would anyone sing about a baby plummeting from a tree to soothe them to sleep? One theory points to the observations of early American colonists watching Native American women who would place their infants in birch bark cradles suspended from tree branches, allowing the wind to rock them gently. The answer lies in the harsh reality of their lives. Hear the echoes of history, the voices of parents from centuries past. Lullabies are proof that even in the most intimate and loving of acts, like singing a child to sleep, the darkness of the human experience finds a way to seep in, leaving behind a musical legacy that is both beautiful and profoundly. Which of these dark origins shocked you the most? Do you know of another lullaby with a hidden, sinister history? Share your stories and theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed uncovering the dark side of things we consider normal, and hit the notification bell so you do you and miss our next investigations into the strangest mysteries of history and culture. Infant mortality was staggeringly high. Life was fragile. Death was a constant presence. And the world was a far more dangerous place. Lullabies. They were also a reflection of the parents' own anxieties. They were a way to process fear, grief, and the uncertainty of life. By singing about plagues, monsters, and falling babies, they were externalizing their worst fears into a controlled melody. Perhaps. Furthermore, many of these songs were oral chronicles, a way to pass down historical events or moral lessons in an era when most of the population was illiterate. They were the dark tweets of their time, encapsulating news and fears in a format that was easy to remember. The song would then be a rather morbid commentary on the perceived precariousness of this practice. The songs that have lulled generations of children to sleep are, in fact, the baby is said to be his son, who many Protestants believed was not his legitimate heir on the surface. It's about a girl and her garden, but many historians believe it's a dark allegory for Queen Mary, the First of England, a devout Catholic. Her reign was marked by the brutal persecution of Protestants. In this interpretation, "How does your garden grow?" is a taunt about her inability to produce an heir. The silver bells and cockle shells are not garden decorations, and the pretty maids all in a row, but nicknames for instruments of torture used during her reign. That's believed to be a reference to the nuns she tried to restore to a Protestant England. The children's rhyme becomes a coded critique of a tyrannical and bloody monarch, and the cradle's fall is the end of their dynasty. But an impostor smuggled into the royal bed to ensure a Catholic succession. In this political satire, the wind represents the coming glorious revolution. The bow that breaks is the fall of the House of Stuart, regardless of its true origin. The central image is one of catastrophic danger, a bizarrely common theme in these supposedly comforting songs. Prepare yourself. Because today, we are pulling back the curtain of innocence to expose the macabre origins of lullabies. The stories we're about to uncover are so disturbing. You will never hear Rockabye Baby the same way again. Let us start with one of the most famous lullabies in the English-speaking world. Ring-a-ring-o Roses. The melody is cheerful. The children's dance is innocent. But the original lyrics are a chilling eyewitness account of the Great Plague of London. Ring-a-ring-o Roses doesn't refer to flowers. It describes the red ashes. We all fall down is the most brutal part. Ring-shaped sores that were the first horrifying sign of infection. A pocket full of posies speaks to the small bouquets of herbs people carried, desperately believing the fragrant smells could ward off the bad air. They thought, and the final line, ashes likely refers to the cremation of the countless bodies, and we all fall down is a stark, literal reference to dying. The song children sing while holding hands in a circle is, in reality, a dance of death. Now, let's cross the channel to France. For Au Clair de la Lune, it sounds like a simple, charming song about borrowing a pen to write a letter. But one interpretation suggests a much more adult and cynical theme. The song tells the story of a man, Pierrot, asking his friend for a pen because his candle has died. Some historians argue that plume and chandelle are 18th century slang for male anatomy. In this reading, the song is not about writing a letter, but about a man seeking help for his impotence. The line, "I don't have a light, I'm in my bed," becomes a lament of lost passion. Listen beyond the sweet melody. The seemingly innocent children's song transforms into a coded message about sexual frustration and aging, a theme far removed from the nursery. And what about the globally recognized Rockabye Baby? Rockabye Baby on the treetop when the wind blows. However, a more political and sinister theory ties the lullaby to the court. Let's look at another one. Mary. Mary. Quite contrary. So, why? Why did our ancestors create such dark and twisted songs for their children? So, the next time you hear a lullaby, listen closely. Hear the echoes of history, the voices of parents from centuries past, singing about a world that was far less safe than our own. Lullabies are proof that even in the most intimate and loving of acts, like singing a child to sleep, the darkness of the human experience finds a way to seep in, leaving behind a musical legacy that is both beautiful and profoundly macabre. Which of these dark origins shocked you the most? Do you know of another lullaby with a hidden, sinister history? Share your stories and theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed uncovering the dark side of things we consider normal, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next investigations into the strangest mysteries